listening has become a lost art, and understanding that brand and the focus and who that brand's client is. And it's not across the board.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in a win.
Hey everybody, welcome to No Holds Barred. I'm your host, Candice Bar, and we have a repeat guest with us today. We have Miss Christy Bus with us. Welcome to No Holds Barred.
Candice, it's so great to see you and spend time with you again. And hey, we got some stuff to talk about today.
Oh my goodness, Christy. So, I was going to do the show today by myself. Then you and I had a conversation earlier today. And I was like, you know what? That prompted me for this show here. And we were talking about just, the bullshit of business.
The BBs.
Never mind starting your own business and the risk it takes just in that, and betting on yourself, and the energy and the extreme time and the financial commitment and the stress and all this stuff. But just also it's mostly the people you need to deal with or you deal with in business that don't always have the best intentions or don't have the same moral compass as you.
Well, I think their intentions are for themselves.
Yes. The best intentions for themselves.
Exactly. I mean, it's just like, they're hungry. They're hungry for themselves versus really understanding, really wanting to help your business grow. It's just so funny how that is. And I believe a lot of it has to do with marketing and the way that people market today. It's just all about them. I hired a company and they were telling me who I needed to have in their ads, and totally opposite of who I was and what the brand stands for. And I'm like, no, but I'm paying them for them to tell me that. And I'm like, why am I paying you? It just doesn't work.
Well, it goes to because we do PR. We don't necessarily do marketing. I wouldn't say, but we do PR, we do high-end connection, things like that.
Right.
And I told you before, I'm like, if I had $1 for every time someone had a bad marketing PR experience, not our company, but other companies, I'd be a billionaire, because it happens all the time. And it's really someone listening. Listening has become a lost art, and understanding that brand and the focus and who that brand's client is. And it's not across the board. It is very individualized.
All they want to say, you're going to get 5 times your ROI. That's all they talk about.
You can't even say that. You can't even guarantee that.
That's the problem. That's what they do. So that's the BS. That's the BS. It's like, really? And that's the hardest part about everything, because you work so hard to get your brand to a certain level, and then you need that expertise, because that's what you hire. You hire people that you don't know exactly what to do in that expertise area, and you're relying on them, and they just literally, they just BS it all the way through. It's very
Here's what I think from hearing this from so many different people. And it's like, I can't apologize in a company that I don't know, and that isn't mine, and that's, not my job, obviously. But what I can say is, I can say a lot. There's different levels of clients that people should be, if you even are in that company or in that industry, there's different levels of client you should be dealing with. And just because you do example marketing for one level of client does not mean you can do marketing for another level of client.
I agree. And that's what they do. They just cookie cutter it. Their formula is just basically cookie cutter, and they think it's going to work for everybody. And it's like, it was just two really not great experiences with marketing, to where I just do not want to hire anybody ever again. I'm going to figure it out myself organically, as well as PR. To me, the PR side of it, if it's good, then the marketing kind of just comes, because that's what kind of makes it work. I don't know. That's just my feeling.
Yeah. And also too, that's one side of having a business, right? And the other side of having a business is, dealing with customers. Customers are who make the world go round or make the business go round. But that in itself isn't easy either, because you have a physical product So I have a service, you have a product.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did have a service before.
Yeah, that's right.
My dance studio.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. So
28 years of it, right? And so I
you have
sold
to deal
myself.
with people's emotions. You have to deal with people's getting product out to the client. You have to deal with the BS postal stuff and the middleman.
When you called me, that's what I was on the phone talking to the post office for an hour. But the thing is, that's my easy part, because that's me. That's me having to make sure that everything's okay. So I'm in control of that. I know how to handle, to make sure that everybody is comfortable, whatever they buy, that they're 100% loving it, or I give them, 100% guarantee, because to me, I know my product is that good. And the few and far between, okay, no problem. But that's still in my control, that customer service, until obviously I get, way over the top big, where you can't just do it all yourself. But right. You're still in control of that, where that marketing thing for me was something I did not know. Because like you said, that service part is what I marketed was myself, and it was a service and word of mouth mainly for my dance studio. But like you said, a product is it's just another whole oranges and apples. It's just so different. Way different.
And let's talk about, so you started the company 4 years ago now, right? Hedo.
Around 4 years ago was my conception of wanting to try to do this. Yes. So okay. I didn't have product in my hand 4 years ago. It was just my ideas and what I might want, and the name and the logo and all that was part. And then I started out with my own name. It was Siba Skincare, but I just knew at some point it was going to be bigger than that. It's going to be bigger than me. And that's when I had to say, I need something that's going to just be worldwide. Wow, this is unique and different. And what's happening now is everything's initials. So like, it's not Burger King now, it's BQ.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. It's not even Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'.
Yeah. It's just as simple as possible. So Hedo was just so simple and easy, but wait, what is it? Is it Hedo? Is it Hedo? Is it, everybody says it wrong, but it doesn't matter. You want people to just know it, right? And then over time, they get used to that name. Like, I remember the bank, was it Raccoon or something? And nobody knew how to say it, but now everybody knows it because it was first out. Like, what is it? How do you even pronounce that? Yes. So, yeah. So everything is about capturing the moment, capturing that situation. So, yeah, I started about 4 years ago. And it's been a long process, of wow, okay. But then I knew I wanted the best of the best. So when it came to packaging, I wanted to be so different than anybody else. And that's what's finally coming to fruition right now, is the beautiful packaging. Because e-commerce, I don't really go there with the packaging, because I want to be as sustainable as possible, the way we ship it. And people don't need it when they just buy it online. It's the experience when you see it retail or when you see it one-on-one, right? To want to buy it. So I've been saving that moment, and maybe things are going to start happening with that. So I'm really excited about that.
Because people purchase, I mean, this is the PR marketing side, but I've been in, I want to say real quick, I've been in PR for 21 years. So, and we do a little bit differently. So I know we talked about bad marketing before. And by the way, everybody, marketing and PR is completely different things.
Two different things, right?
And you need to know what the differences are here. What I do want to say is, it's different when I told you when I talked to you earlier today, people, especially women, they purchase the story, and they purchase with everyone purchases with their hands and with their eyes. And influencers do influence, and especially in the United States. So it's very different when you see something in your hands than it as a thought or a conversation.
Very true.
So,
very true.
When you first created your product and you had the first ones like in your hands, kind of like a newborn baby here. It's like, it thought became a thing. What did you think? Like, okay, what do we do with this now?
Well, it was really, really awesome, because even the touch of my product, of the packaging, is so luxurious. It's a soft touch, and you just want to stroke it. You just want to enjoy that process, and you don't want to definitely throw it away. So that's the sustainable part of the business. It's like, that's something you don't want to throw away. And it was just incredibly invigorating to see something come from just talk and just, images of what it could maybe look like until you really got it in your hands and felt that soft touch. It was just a whole nother ball game. And other things that we did was, we made sure that the label wasn't crowded with a whole bunch of ingredients. We put that on the back of the package instead. And the directions are on there, but it's more about the labeling went all the way around. If you look at any label on any kind of product, it stops because it's just easier to machine it all the way down and you don't have to touch it from end to end. Right. So that's a process we made sure was just very unique and luxurious to see the label go all the way, touch both sides of the bottle. Those things mean a lot to me. It's like art.
I love detail. I love a good detail. And I think a lot of people completely miss detail and like miss why things are done the way they are. Because they're the consumer and they're just trying to consume the product. But there's so much that goes into building a company, building a business that if you didn't have a business or a company, you would never even think about. There's so much more. Like when you start, you can never explain really the level of detail because everything matters.
Everything matters. It's so funny, Candice, like we're talking about the BS of business, right? So by the way, I love my ring.
Noticed. I saw that.
Anyway. Thank you. No, seriously. Okay. So we went viral, okay, in April. And it was ding, 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 Shopify, ding, ding, ding. It's like, whoa. How do we do this? Boom, boom, boom. And it was a lot to go through, a lot, because, we just needed to get everything more, labels, more, just the packaging to mail it out. I didn't have that much, right? So it just happened out of nowhere. But on TikTok, even yesterday, there's this guy that was on there and literally crying like a baby. Like seriously, it was real. And it's just like, I didn't know it was going to be like this to go viral. And then, just try to have all the boxes and then you live in box. I'm like, this is everything that I went through based on going viral. So you want your business to be like going crazy because when you first start out, sales are not very big because you're just out. So to get that viral in you and then know all the problems thereafter. And like you said, the more money you make, the more problems are going to be.
100%.
Yeah, you just got to, but for him, it was just so funny to see. It was almost like a comical thing, but he was very, very, very real. And so, but everything he was saying is everything I said the same way, about once you go viral, there's even more problems, right?
Yes. Because you have to figure out a whole new different set of issues and you have to figure that out.
Then
it's like everyone wants to be famous, everyone wants to go viral, but that's not without a cost. And that is not without more issues and time.
Right. So we got a bigger place.
Yes.
And then now it's slowed down. Now we can't afford it. It's like, oh my God.
I'm not laughing at him. I don't know who this is, but like, I completely understand.
I think he was like an assistant of Mariah Carey's, and he must have invented something that just went because of maybe who he was around. But he was I'm going to have to send it to you. It's hilarious, but it's
I completely understand this.
Yes, just even going viral. Like it just, you want it so bad. And then when it happens, you're like, how am I?
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, I ran out of product because the ding, ding, ding kept going. And they said they had the product, but then all of a sudden no, we don't have any. I'm like, wait, what? And so now it takes 6 to 8 weeks for it to come. I'm like, I already sold it. So we had to find a way. I paid extra money. I did everything and we got it in 2 weeks. Something that was supposed to take 6 to 8 weeks, maybe even longer. So the problems, just the BS, entrepreneurship, owning a business, it's a lot. It's a lot. Everybody wants to do it.
I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it a million times more before I die. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. Okay. It may sound sexy, it may look sexy, but you have no idea what's going on underneath all of the smiles and how it looks. You have no idea how it looks.
Right. Because they only show that's what he was saying too. It's like everybody just shows all this great, happiness of that, but then the realness of just, how am I going to do this? And then the reality sets in. It's like, wow, this is intense. And then once you go viral and then it backs off, then wait, what am I doing wrong? What, it's not everybody buying everything right now. So it's a lot to just consider that. you have to balance. I think balance is the most important thing, because too high is too fast is not is just as bad as nothing. So you have to find that balance of just being consistent with some good sales, and then rise from there, like keep it going, because anything overdone, that's what I hear about most businesses. They can't keep up and get the manufacturing done, so they lose their business, because people just move on to another thing, right? So yeah, so BS for sure.
It's a lot of BS. And my feelings toward it are, I don't know. Like, we're in different businesses, so it might be different. But for me, slow and steady doesn't win the race here. So I go by this. This is what I go by. Like, I'll never change it. You build the plane as you fly it. That's what I go by.
Really?
Yeah, you figure the motherfucker out as you're doing it.
Okay.
And you run toward that fire. You run toward the fire.
Okay.
So we do it. I do a little intense. We do it intense, but we do it hard. And I figured it out.
Your boys back there are like, "There's she. That's her. That's what's going on."
I would say, sometimes are much crazier than other times. Like, we're not always at intense speed, like lightning speed going on, but when we're doing something, we're going at it hard. Like, when there is no stopping. The train is going fast. It's going hard. It's coming at you. So you're either going to jump on or jump off, but it's going no matter what.
See, that's also like the business. What do you call it? Like a mastermind, or just the knowledge of true. What do you want to call it? Just somebody that knows what they're doing to help you. Like, it's almost a mentorship of understanding business, and don't just settle for that easy. Okay, this is okay.
It's like you're gonna have moments. You'll have moments of okay, but then when things are okay, you think why is everyone not freaking out? I mean, I think as people get more seasoned in entrepreneurship and you're doing the thing for a really long time, it's gonna work itself out. And big problems at one point will then become small problems, because you're so used to dealing with it, and you're so used to getting kicked in the nuts all the time.
Definitely.
I agree. Constantly, huh?
Constantly, for sure. But I'm seriously so grateful for the manufacturing that I got, and the honesty of their product, made in the USA, cruelty free, fragrance free, just top of the line. Because I study this stuff every day of what people talk about, and everybody's like, the over the counter, like at CVS versus really high end. What's the difference? But there is a difference, and people just don't get it.
The thing of it is that it's like, I don't understand. People don't think twice buying, a Louis Vuitton bag, or a Louis Vuitton, whatever company, whatever luxury brand you want to pick, Gucci. I don't care who it is. They don't think twice about that, and they can't afford it. They can't.
Okay.
But they do think twice about skincare and certain other things that you really should give a shit about, because you're going to have your skin your entire life until you die. You need to take care of that. Nobody cares about your belt that in 6 months is going to be out of style and you're never going to wear it again, and you're selling it on Poshmark. No, you don't second guess that.
Yeah. Exactly.
So your skin is an investment.
Yes. And
your
the thing
is an investment.
Yes. It's hard to explain, because it's when you're talking even skincare or even clothes, or, it's the quality and the quantity of the ingredient, or it's the quality and the quantity of the thread that makes the outfit last a long time. And people just don't get that. So you can buy something with vitamin C, but basically it's probably 0.0001%, and then filler, but you can get it for $9.99, And so that's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for you. But, that's the hard part. But when people get it, and I'm not the highest end of any kind of really good luxury brand that's out there, that's, professional grade. But I'm in a good space of quality, but at a great price.
Believing Before Seeing, a new book by Candice Bar, teaching you how to believe into existence. Available now for pre-order.
You can invest in it a long time. And that's how I did my business. Like in terms of dance, I didn't charge the highest rate. I didn't charge the lowest rate, but somewhere in the meat of a good price, so they could take it from they were 3 to 18, right? Because you wanted to keep that customer. And if you keep them at a good base price, then, I mean, some people still think it's expensive because then they really don't know what good skincare is all about, but that's okay. You don't want them anyway. But you have to learn that too with the BS of those things, like people saying, well, you can get that here and it's like cost too much money, but it's how you use it and what it'll do to your skin if you do use it. It just
also too, it's like, I think a lot of people, I know a lot of people need to readjust their money mindset. And what is a lot of money? What is cheap? Why are certain people's levels of a lot of money here and then certain people's levels of a lot of money here? Like, you really got to adjust what that looks like because everyone's been taught incorrectly. Very much like, even like, I'll go back to your product for a second. Like, it's more like they have to be educated on what good skincare is, because people don't know what good skincare is. They only think it's good because it was sold to them, because it was marketed well. They don't even know what's good personally for them.
We talked about that today.
Yep.
You got to get out the word. You got to let people know what something like Hedo is all about. That it takes education, and it takes the sit down and just keep constantly bringing it up, what it's all about. That makes a difference. But it was so funny because when we were meeting with who you asked me to meet with this week, during our meeting, a pop-up came up a 5-star for one of my products, just like that. So I'm like, so this is what it's all about, because to prove that, it's in the pudding when it comes to customers. They are not going to put a 5-star on anything if they don't believe in this product. So, and almost all the other stars that I've gotten, which was a couple, only a few, most of them are all 5s, but it's like, well, I didn't get it in time. I mean, that's not my fault. I mean, I mailed it out, but that has nothing to do with the product.
Honestly, too, I think people have way too much time in their hands. I do. They have way too much time in their hands. And the people that are giving reviews typically have the time to give reviews. So if they have enough time to notice the time frame of the product or of the thing they ordered, I think they need to reevaluate what they're doing with their life. Because when I order something, I forget I even ordered it.
Right.
Until it comes in, it's like, oh, it's a present. It's a surprise to myself.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's a little marketing thing to that, because there's an app that you can send out. Would you like to review this product? And then you get 15% off. So that gives them an incentive, but it doesn't say give it a 5-star to get that 15%. It just says, if you want to, and some, most of them give good ratings. There's a few, and I email them and I ask them, why, boom, boom, boom. And they always go, oh, okay. I'm like, it's like the dropper.
What you're saying, does have weight on my business. Like, if it's not a 5-star, if it's under 3-star for whatever reason, it's a great product. I've used a lot of it. It's a great product. That's why we have you on the show. But people don't think about repercussions of actions and words. And though maybe in your town or wherever you're from, what you say doesn't matter, online, shit matters. And people, you can be behind your screen saying a whole bunch of bullshit and not have any repercussions because no one's ever going to come after you. But with small businesses, what you say matters. So you have to be careful of the bullshit that you're spewing out.
That's huge. That can make or break a business. Yeah, that's huge. And that's why customer service for me is number one. Like, anybody that emails me, they get to email me the minute I see it. I email them back. I had this one lady send me something this long today. She goes, okay, so if I use this, can I use that, or will it cancel it out? And this, that, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, look, let's just have a Zoom. Let's just figure it out.
That's nice of you. Really nice of you.
You know, because I don't want to just sit there and think you're going to get it. We need to really go through it. So she loves everything, but she wants to make sure it doesn't cancel one out if she buys this one. I'm like, let's just have a little Zoom. And then we figure it all out.
That's really nice of you, actually.
Yeah. So that's part of what I'll do, you know, and I went to school. I went to school for, I didn't want to be an esthetician to have my line. I didn't want to be a dermatologist, but I wanted to be someone that had a certificate that could consult. And so I can do a consultation because I know a lot about, I'm still studying, but I know a lot about the ingredients and how they work. And so that's what I can do. I can help people understand.
So, I like talking about ingredients with you because you actually, I don't know if I told you this or not, but it totally did happen. Like you you made me go down a whole rabbit hole here, and not just skincare ingredients, but like whole life kind of changing thing going on. So you're the one who turned me back on to Kangen water. And that's a whole rabbit hole within itself. But if
Kangen water is like alkaline, really high in alkaline.
It's the best. It's the mecca of water.
Absolutely.
It's the vanilla creme of water. And then you also turn me on to, I'm like, I have an air fryer, just like a lot of other people. It's a healthier way of cooking. Next level air fryer Christy turned me on to is a glass stainless steel air fryer, which I did get. And it's like, well, let's question our water because bottled water is disgusting, dead, lifeless water. Let's question our air fryer because the Teflon, the air fryer is circulating and you're eating all that forever chemical bullshit. And they're like, let's question everything now.
Yeah.
So you really actually got me into that.
And ingredients, right? Like
ingredients matter.
Right. Because can I just say one thing? Everybody's talking about clean and organic. Well, there's no testing for organic products. You don't know what's in there. You don't know if there's anything growing in there when it sits on the shelf. There's no clinical proven anything. Right. So that's why, you see me, I'm like, I want to drink good water. I want to eat clean. But when it comes to skincare, I did my research and I realized that, there's no clinical studies. There's no scientific proof to anything that says natural or organic. Mm-hmm. It has to come from scientific processes of ingredients that are chemically made. It could be derived from even like sugar or coconut or something, but it's still based on science. It's based on science. So science is what works. And that's the difference between, something like that. So your ingredients are very, very important. And there's, when you read the label, you'll know that it's better products when the active ingredients are listed above all the rest of the ingredients. So then in the ingredients of a label, your preservatives are below 0.1%. So if your preservatives are high in your labeling, that means all those ingredients that you think you're getting a lot for are listed below that. It's below that percentage. So you have to look and make sure that your preservatives are at the bottom so that all the ingredients are more potent when they're listed above it. Check that out.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. So that's important.
So, we're in 2023. We're almost in September. I can't believe it. When did I interview you? February?
It's been a minute.
Jeez. So yeah, I know we know you went viral and you did quite well. And so like we're hitting the end of the year. And so what can we kind of expect to see from you, or what would you like to see for yourself before this year's over?
Well, my goal, and that's why I called you that one day to say, let's get this. I want my stuff in high-end retail. I want it in really luxurious hotels and spas to, be exquisitely different than any other line that are in there, as well as I I was talking to the person that we met with besides who you introduced me to. And the thing is, when you own a spa, they have to have quota. Like you have to buy $1,000 a month or you don't get the product. Well, I want to be that person to say, whatever you need, whenever you need it, this is why you want to use my company, because I don't have those, because I'm small enough for you to understand that this is a business that we can all work together. It's not about corporate and then putting up all that money to keep that corporation moving. We're just small, but we're mighty, and that we're here to help small, quaint, beautiful spas, be able to work together, to not have to be strapped to buying something every month. Right. Which is a stressful situation, right? So besides the luxury side of it, that's what my goal is by the end of the year, is to have it in a handful and plus high-end hotels, spas, and obviously do very well again with more e-commerce sales.
I want to rewind really quickly because I know you do put a lot into the packaging. The packaging is really lovely, and you can tell that a lot of thought and detail was put into it for sure. So in light of more cautious efforts, definitely on my end, and just more thought process on a lot of different things, I do use one of my the boxes. There's velvet inside, and when I take off my rings and necklaces and earrings at night, like I put it in that box next to my bed.
That was my hope, to make it be a jewelry box.
Yeah, that's what I have. Yep.
And then and then this is like a foiling. It's a rose gold foiling around the sides too. But this is where we put the information on the back, and then it says, cruelty free. It gives you this expiration, and that we're.
What I love is, and I don't know if other people think about this or not, but I love, made in America.
Made in America.
Yep. And this is the box I have. This is what I put my jewelry in at night.
Yes, this is so nice. So this is a mainstay of why things are going to go very well in the next 3 months. I guarantee that.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And then this is what I was talking about when it came to the packaging, the labeling going all the way around. You know how hard that is to match that up for every bottle. And then the directions are right here, so you can see clearly with a little quote. And then, so you don't have all this ingredients. You're like, what that? You don't just want to look at all that. Right. You put this nicely to sit on your
it's
stand.
Sexy, it's pretty, it's effective.
Yeah. Oh, this stuff is good.
Yeah, one of my favorites, actually.
Thank you. So I'm just so grateful for you. I get to do a show every week with your crew, and I love them. They're so awesome. The boys, Nick and Chris, are amazing, and I appreciate that. And I really just want to take this moment to thank you for just all the opportunities that you've given me up to this point. You're an amazing woman. Thank you. I believe that you inspire a lot of people to do whatever they want to do to bring out their best in them. And I know there's a big movement coming with a lot of women speaking at an event, and that's going to be really, really awesome. So
thank you for that. We got to talk about that too, real quick. Okay. So we're so excited to have you at this. So this is our 4th annual Women of Achievement event. We do this it's going to be 4 years. Wow. And we highlight and we honor female entrepreneurship and female entrepreneurs. They're coming from all around the world. This year it's going to be in Beverly Hills at my favorite place in the entire world, Neiman Marcus.
Are you serious?
You didn't know that?
No.
It's in Beverly Hills, Neiman Marcus. It's my Neiman Marcus Beverly Hills specifically is my personal breakfast at Tiffany's. Nothing wrong can go bad at Neiman Marcus Beverly Hills. And people have a drug dealer, I have a shoe dealer. He will text me. I've had him for years. He will text me when new stuff comes in. It's a problem. It's a good problem. If they have,
you work out hard, you deserve it.
When I used to drink, my favorite bar is in Neiman Marcus. Nobody knows about this bar. It's in the men's department. It's the best bar. It's great for networking. But we're going to have the event downstairs at Mariposa, which is Neiman Marcus restaurant. We completely booked it out. We have it to ourselves for the event. And Miss Christy is one of our amazing speakers at the event. Yay!
Thank you so much. This is going to be incredible. I know that you've had so many amazing guest speakers in the years past. And wow, this is just an honor to be a part of it. Very, very much.
We're so excited to have you. So thank you for coming.
How can people find out? Is it something that people can come to, or is it just?
Yeah, they can. Of course, they can get their ticket. We have VIP tickets. We have general admission tickets. We don't have many left of either, actually. So you have to get it while it's good. We have 2 vendor tables still available as of right now. Every year we sell out, literally. So this year is going to be no different. And it's amazing networking. Small but mighty is always my favorite. I
have to have my products there, right?
Yeah, you can have it for sure. We can put your products in the gift bag if you want. We have a lot of media coverage coming, not just Luxe Media, but other media coverage, red carpet. I mean, we do it up right. We have the powerhouse ladies. They're all bringing their crew. Excellent networking. Always such a good vibe, good energy, good exchanges. Like it's a really nice environment to be in.
And that's what we need. We need that, right? We need so much support from great, amazing women that, just to inspire each other.
Yes.
We're all kind of been working hard to where we're at. And it's always nice to integrate us, to really just feel good about what we're doing and just share it.
You don't have to be, it's not always just like on your own island. I think entrepreneurship, sometimes it can get quite lonely and you think you're the only one going through certain things. And the truth of it is everyone's going through different stuff, especially building business, maintaining business, whatever level business is in. It's just like, coming together for that one day and finally getting some recognition and like, you're doing a good job. And like, we notice you and like, we see you and like, it's okay to, do whatever you're doing. Like every decision you've ever made is the right decision. Mm-hmm. So it's just, that's my favorite. That's my fault. I don't know about that.
But you learn from it. It might not be the right decision, but you can learn from it.
It's the right decision because you learn. Hopefully you learn from it.
Okay, there you go. That's what
we can't go back. We can't go back. We can only go forward. So
definitely. I love it. So what date? What's the date on that again?
That is November 9th of this year. So it's in a few months. Again, Beverly Hills. You can't just show up. You have to get your ticket in advance. You cannot don't try showing up because if you're not on the list, you're not getting in.
There you go. We're special. You got to get a ticket.
We got security. We got everything. So we're so excited to have you and be a part of that. So thank you again, Christy.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for just everything that you've done to make my business grow and just me grow as a person. And I'm ready and willing to just keep growing and growing and growing because there's just no end to all the, dreams that you can have and just keep reaching for them for sure.
You have and I love that what you just said. It's like, you have to keep dreaming. You have to keep moving. You have to keep creating. Like we're still here. Like as long as you're here, you can change things, you can do things and you can maneuver and you can shift it's so much fun. Yeah. It has to be fun or else there's no reason to do it. So it's like shit might be going down, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because when shit goes down, it's got to go up. So,
and then that's the other thing I have the ability to do because when I was just like needed just something, at least I had my dance background to just kind of open me up and just let go of everything. So that was really special to me that I got to do something like that with whatever I've done all my life to just free everything that was hard for me. So yeah, that was a really big thing. But man, this has just been such a great experience to, be a part of everything that you're doing and, bring me to another level again of just inspiration. And I want Hedo to go far. So I feel like, that's something we can do and make happen. And you've been a big part of that too.
Thank you. And yeah, you're so awesome to, be with, deal with, work with, and the crew loves dealing with you as well. And people love your show. And so it's great that we met on both sides, I would say probably, but it's been a fun time.
Absolutely.
Let the good times roll.
You're a go-getter. That's what makes me like, go, come on, Christy, let's go. I mean, wait, where did you say she was? Oh, wait, no, she's in San Diego. It's like, wait, what? I can't keep up with you, but yeah, I got to work on that. I got to keep.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, but sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't. But you just keep doing it. See what shakes out. If you don't know if you don't do it, right?
I got to be better at that. So yes, for sure.
Well, thank you for being with us. I'm sure we'll have you on again for sure.
Aw,
Let everyone know where they can find you and where they can find the goodies, because they are great goodies.
It's hedo.co, hedo.co. It's simple, hedo.co. Very easy. Yep.
Check out Christy's products. They are really great. We will put them down below, and you will see Christy on her show with Luxe Media, and you'll see her at our Women of Achievement event. You can, if you want tickets, you can contact Chris Heinze at luxemedianetworks.com. Or you can contact me. You can contact any of us. You can find us all over social media. It's not difficult. And really quickly, I do want to bring up, my book is also coming out this year, and it's called Believing Before Seeing, Believe into Existence. It's all about how to really use manifestation, visualization, action, and how to turn that shit into reality real quick.
I want that book. I want it. You already sold the first one.
I'll give you one. So
no,
that's
I have to buy it, you silly. I have to buy it. I can't.
So we're
wait.
excited about that. So there's a lot of newness coming up. Follow us, follow Christy, reach out to Christy, reach out to us, and we will see you all again next week. Bye, everybody.